What is going on, everyone? Xexon Productions here. Welcome back to another video. So today, guys, I'm here to make a fairly long video. I'm actually pretty excited to make this video because this is my full Black Ops 3 beta wrap up. This is my beta recap, what my thoughts are on the beta, how I feel about the beta heading into the full game release of November 6th, and what I feel like this game has brought to the table when it comes to Call of Duty. I'm going to be going over a lot of categories here in this video. It's going to be a pretty long video, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm going to be going over the release of it, the presentation, the bugs, the weapon balancing, what needs to be buffed, what needs to be nerfed, what needs to stay the same, a couple score streaks that I don't like in this, and what I thought about the paint shop, what I thought about the specialists, what the hype was actually for me, and what my overall rating would be. So let's not waste any more time. What you're going to be seeing here on the screen is a lot of Black Ops 3 gameplay, probably maybe 2-3 gameplays here. I don't really know how many gameplays I'm going to be putting in. The beta actually does end at 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, which is, I'm on Eastern Time, so it ends at 1 o'clock a.m., and it's currently 9:14. I'm making this video. I'm going to try to render this and upload this fairly late tonight by like maybe 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, hopefully, so hopefully it can be up before the turn of the hour, before the turn of the day into the next day when the beta is not here anymore. But yeah, after this video, I'm probably going to get a couple more gameplays. I'm just short. I think I'm about a good 6 gameplays away before I have enough to last up for the entire full release of the game. That is, if I upload every day, not counting Sunday. So, yep, let's go ahead and hop into my full-on beta recap. So, let's go ahead and talk about something first, and this was the release on the Xbox One. So this is coming from the Xbox One perspective. I'm on the Xbox One. Let me talk about how it was. So, when they released the beta for the Xbox One initially, it was on 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, on whatever, the 19th or whatever it was. And it was hell. It was absolutely horrible. People weren't getting their codes. It was horrible. I actually had to go to Tim Horton's video and saw that you had to go to Xbox.com and change your location to Brazil, and it started downloading on your console, which is really crazy, but that's just how I got mine. And honestly, I got my codes, but when you would type them in, they wouldn't work. It'd say, you know, we can't find your codes, and then Activision started tweeting out, you know, we have problems, we're gonna fix them. And then I actually went to Microsoft and I put in my phone number for them to text me when their solution's been fixed, and I never got a text. So I don't even know if it even ever got fixed, so I don't even know. But either way, the release of the beta on the Xbox One was not that great. I don't know if there was any problems on the PS4. I heard that there weren't too many problems on the PS4, but either way, you know, it was just a horrible release from the Xbox One. It took like, I don't know, it took me a good 3-4 hours to actually get my download to start, and by that time it was too late to really get any gameplay in. I had my first day of school the next day, so I couldn't really do much about that. But yeah, anyway, the release of it wasn't all that great, but then again, it is a beta. We have to cut it some slack for that. Next, let's head into the presentation of the game. The presentation of the Black Ops 3 beta was phenomenal. It was outstanding. This is by far one of my most favorite presented Call of Duties so far. I mean, just the way the game starts, the way the pre-game lobby looks, the way that you have your specialist guy on the main screen while you play, the way that the startup screen was. How cool was that with that Black Ops 3 guy right there? How cool was that? That was some really cool stuff. And yeah, overall, the presentation was absolutely amazing. The graphics and color and everything in the game is perfect. Just like a normal Treyarch game, you'd imagine that the colors and the maps were completely vibrant. It was great. The camo on your gun was vibrant. There weren't really any dull color maps. It was great. It was perfect. I love the color scheme. I loved everything that they had with the game graphics wise. It was perfect for the Xbox One, even though it's more like designed, I guess, for the PS4. But anyway, on the Xbox One, the next gen system, it's just so much more worth it playing in Call of Duty built for a next gen console. So guys, invest in a next gen console as fast as you can. It is so much worth it. So you'll be able to play Call of Duty on a next-gen console. It's just really cool. So that was my presentation thoughts. Really awesome. Let's go ahead and look at the negative side. Let's look at the bugs here. The bugs in the Black Ops 3 beta were definitely visible. There were so many problems with just getting into a game for me. I felt that, you know, I first of all, I would have trouble joining my friends. I would have trouble joining my friends' lobbies. They'd invite me. The invite wouldn't work. If I was in an actual game, I'd have to leave the game, then accept the invite, because it wouldn't take me out of the game and put me in the lobby. I'd have to leave the game, go back to main menu, come back, and then enjoy the invite. Sometimes I have to completely restart my game, even restart my Xbox, just so I can get in the lobby. I mean, the invites didn't really work that well. But it's not like they didn't work at all. They actually did work for the most part, but there was a couple times where that happened. Also, the game would freeze up on me a lot. Mostly in pre-game lobbies, the game would freeze up on me. I'd have to dashboard and restart the game multiple times, and like just multiple times that just happened. It took me like 25 minutes one day just to get on and play my first game because it kept crashing before the game started. It was really annoying, but you know, then again, it is a beta. The servers were limited, and there really wasn't the best connection in the world because, once again, it's a beta. It's not the full release. If this stuff happened in the full release of the game, you could probably panic then. But right now, you don't really need to panic because it's just a beta. Next up, we're going to be talking about the weapon balancing. This is something I feel like I really want to talk about, mainly because weapon balancing in Black Ops 3, I feel is alright. I feel weapon balancing is alright. There's a couple things I really want to change up here. The HVK, I thought of the HVK as going to be a really good gun, a really nice and powerful gun heading into this beta. I was really pumped to use that gun to try it out. But after the HVK came out in the beta, I think they nerfed it from the alpha game because I think the HVK needs a major buff. I don't know about you guys. I think the HVK needs a big buff. Now, this is coming from my opinion, but I've seen a couple of people say that they want the HVK buffed. My friend said he wanted the HVK buffed. I definitely want the HVK to have a big buff into it. Now, I don't want to make it, completely the only gun that anyone uses. We're giving a little bit more damage because it was taking me a good 4 or 5 shots from a medium range. That shouldn't be happening with an assault rifle. Even though it was a really fun gun to use, it was really good, like recoil pattern and stuff. I really enjoyed using the gun, but it was just the damage disadvantage for me. It was horrible for those gunfights. If you see someone from behind, you got him. If you see someone and they don't shoot first, you probably will have them. But just in a regular gunfight, you probably lose with it unless you hit every shot. So. Yep, that's why I think the HVK should be buffed. Now, one thing that I think everyone wants is a little bit of a nerf for the Razorback. I'm not saying to completely nerf it to where no one really wants to use it, because I really like the gun. I mean, I'm probably gonna use it a lot in the next the full version of the game. But the Razorback, I mean, I think it was a little too good in the beta. I think the Razorback was a little bit too good. The recoil was pretty much non-existent. You could pick off people across the map, and when it's an SMG and you're picking people across the map with an SMG, it's not really what an SMG should be. It should be more for the close to medium ranges, not medium to long range SMGs, which is really weird. But anyways, the Razorback I think needs to be a little bit buffed, or not buffed. I think the Razorback needs to be a little bit nerfed out, but not completely. So the fact that no one really wants to use them, I really do like the Razorback. I think it should still be a little bit powerful, but don't make it as powerful as it was in the beta. Nerf it down by a good 10% maybe. So. There's one more gun I really feel like I should talk about, and that's the M8A7. The M8A1 from Black Ops 2 is what it is, and I love this gun. It's my favorite gun in the beta, probably. But while saying this, I think they should keep the M8A7 the way it is. I don't think it's too overpowered, because look at how it was in Black Ops 2. 1 burst kills. You can get 1 burst kills with it. It's probably the exact same in Black Ops 3 from what I've seen so far. So I think they should keep the M8A7 the same way it is. I don't really, for people that are saying it's overpowered. Well, yeah, it's a burst gun to let you get more firepower in the guy who has the M8A7. They can't get the first burst on you, then you might win. So that's the trade-off on it. I think the M8A7 has no flaws. I think it's not overpowered at all by any standpoint. I think you have to be a very accurate player to use it, and if you're very accurate, you're going to get rewarded for it. So definitely keep the M8A7 the way it is. I definitely love the way it plays and the way it goes on every map in the beta, at least. Whew. Next, let's head into a little bit of a touchy subject here for most people, and this is what I want to call the Black Hat nerf, because we need one. We need a desperate Black Hat nerf. This thing was annoying. The Black Hat in Black Ops 3 is one of the most overpowered pieces of equipment I have ever seen. It's right up there with the Black Ops 2 C4, man. The Black Ops 3 beta Black Hat will never be forgotten. It will always be remembered as the complete overkilling, killstreak stealing, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me, it was overpowered. It was really annoying. It was a couple instances where I actually got my wraps, and I called them in, and then they hacked my wraps. They hacked my wrap ship, and all of a sudden, the enemy, who was probably going 3 and 13, was sitting there, and he got wraps. Like, it's stupid how you're able to hack that kind of stuff. You're able to hack wraiths, and it's not like you just hack them and they get destroyed or something. No, you hack them, they're yours. Like, you hack a UAV, you start getting the UAV ping. You hack anything, and it'll become yours, and it's really, really annoying because you can work so hard for a little kill streak or a big kill streak. You can work so hard for that GI unit, or for that Cerebus, or for that, or for those wraps, and then it can just get taken away just like that. I got a couple haters. They got stolen. It was really annoying. I got a couple haters. As soon as I called it in, your hater firewall is being breached. Oh, your hater firewall is being breached. Your hater has been hacked. Like, what? It was so annoying. I worked so hard for my kill streaks, like my talent. I worked so hard for them all, and then they just got hacked, and it was annoying. They got taken right away from me. And I really feel like they need to nerf that thing down. I don't really know how they're going to make it happen. Just make sure no one really uses it all that much. Only in certain situations. Next, let's go ahead and talk about the paint shop. The paint shop's obviously fairly new to Call of Duty. It's where you can make your own gun camo, which is really cool. But yeah, the paint shop is completely new to Call of Duty series. You can make your own camo for your own weapon, which is really awesome. The gunsmith was obviously locked. We're not going to have that for the full release, until the full release. But the paint shop, my thoughts on it were absolutely, I mean, I love the paint shop. The paint shop was one of my favorite things to use in the beta. I made a couple camos. You probably saw in one of the gameplays already. That blue and white camo, my M8, if you've seen that yet, was probably my favorite one that I made. You can make so many designs, and this is just the beta. They're probably going to be adding in a lot more stuff, like emblems and designs to put on your gun when the full game release comes out. There's so much personalization for these guns you can have, which I definitely like a lot. The paint shop was probably one of my favorite additions into Call of Duty since supply drops or something else like that. Something really cool. So, that was my thoughts on the paint shop. Let's go ahead and go into the score streaks. My thoughts on the score streaks are really cool. I think the score streaks are great in Black Ops 3. Treyarch did a great job on it. This is what I was looking forward to a lot, because Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, their score streaks are pretty decent, pretty good. And in Black Ops 3, score streaks actually reward you. The score streaks actually give you a reward for doing good. They actually make you feel rewarded. They're pretty powerful, which is what they should be. If anyone's saying they should nerf score streaks, then you probably are wrong. It depends what you're talking about, but you're probably wrong, because score streaks are meant to reward the player for doing good, not any Call of Duty Ghost, Trinity Rocket crap, Halo Pilot crap, Guard Dog crap. I mean, that's stupid. Reward the player for doing good, and that's exactly what Black Ops 3 does. They reward you for getting on a good streak. That's my thoughts on the score streaks. Next up, the specialists. This was completely new in Call of Duty, and I think the specialists are amazing. There are so many different specialists in the game that we know of, 8 out of the 9. Let me go through them all real quick. We have Ruin, Outrider, Prophet, Battery, Seraph, Nomad, Reaper, and Spectre. I got to try out all of them, I believe, except Nomad and Ruin. I didn't really try those out, but my favorite one out of all of them was the Reaper with the Scythe minigun. Oh, that was so overpowered, but it was so fun to use. It was so fun to use. I can't not deny it. The first one I unlocked was the Vision Pulse, which I didn't really find as interesting as the Scythe, but the Scythe, you know, you can unlock it at like level 40 or level 36 or something, so it's something very like high level. But anyway, the Scythe is amazing on the Reaper. It was by far my favorite specialist. I got so many quads and triples with it. It was amazing. But those are my thoughts on the specialist. Specialist, definitely something they should keep in the Call of Duty. I love the specialist. Favorite thing in Black Ops 3, besides the paint shop, was the specialist. So, how was the hype? Was the beta hype really all that it was planned out to be? Was the beta really what we thought it was going to be in the end? How was the beta? Did the beta give me hype? And the answer is simply yes. The beta is my favorite thing. It was my most enjoyable and favorite time playing Call of Duty for a very long time. We're talking multiple years. My most favorite time of playing Call of Duty. We hooked up with a couple of our friends and we were just playing. We were getting 50, 60 plus kill gameplays. It was amazing. It was the great fun. It was so much fun, and I will never forget this beta. It was amazing. Should Call of Duty have more betas? Definitely. Call of Duty needs to have a beta every year now. I think that a lot of games, a lot of studios like Infinity Ward might actually have one because of this. Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer Games definitely needs one because they don't want to screw up again like they did in Advanced Warfare's release. Call of Duty betas overall, they help the game get released best. Treyarch even said they're putting the beta in solely so that they can have the best release of the actual game possible, and I think this is going to be achieved really well. I'm really looking forward to a great release. This is probably going to be the best release of Call of Duty since World at War, the last time there was actually a beta in Call of Duty by who else but Treyarch. So yep guys, that was my hype. Hype for me was complete 100% true. I loved it. I loved every minute of playing this beta. So, what is my overall rating on the beta? 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 overall rating on the Black Ops 3 beta. Only reason why it's not 10 out of 10, because of a little bit of the bugs, and I can't really blame them on that. I know it's a beta. I understand that there's going to be glitches and bugs, and we need to embrace them and show them off the Treyarch so they can fix them. But, you know, obviously it does slow down the experience of playing it just ever so slightly. Getting kicked off to the dashboard mid-game, getting kicked off to the dashboard, freezing, having to restart my Xbox. It got annoying over time, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if you think otherwise, but guys, that's all I have time for today. Black Ops 3 beta for me is a 9 out of 10. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about the Black Ops 3. If you got a chance to play it any of the course of this time on PS4 and Xbox One or PC, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Black Ops 3 beta. I can't wait for the actual game, guys. That's all I have time for today. Have a great day. I will see you guys all later with another brand new video. Take care. Have a nice day. And goodbye.